Hey guys, welcome back to Reed Customs. This episode's all about our HK Kingswood that we're going to be restoring. I bought this car for my wife. This is a sort of a sentimental restoration for her. The HK was a car that she had when she was a child. It was her father's and he's now passed. So it's time to do a car for us. I'm going to restore this vehicle back to its perfection. So we're not going to skip any corners on this. It's going to be a complete nut and bolt restoration on rotisserie. We have the starting point now where we've sent it away for sandblasting. So I'd like to introduce this vehicle first. You can see where it came in at, and then you'll see where it's heading. So in this episode, you'll see it go off to the sandblasters, get all stripped down, and come back, and we'll have a good look at how this car looks after being sandblasted. No doubt it's going to be a very big job. There's quite a bit of rust and banged up panels here and there, but I have no doubt me and my team are going to be able to bring this car back to its heyday. So we're still not sure if we're going to go the original color. So this is how the car looks now. We're thinking we may bring it back original to how this picture looks. But we have a colour in mind, and we're not quite sure if we're going to go this way yet. The colour is root beer. If you've watched previous videos, I did a paint job on an old classic Corolla in this colour, root beer. It's a House of colour, and my wife absolutely loved it. The only problem is then we're going to take away the originality of the vehicle. So I'm a little bit hesitant to do that. It's either full original or we do a little bit of custom colour work to what we like. Let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy to be changing the colour, or do you think this root beer colour will be the one? It's this really deep sort of reddy Coca-Cola-y colour with a bit of gold through it. It's really beautiful, and I think it'll go well with the creamy white roof and the tan interior. So anyway, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy this starting episode. So Sean and Graham make these arms here and weld them to the jig that we bought. So it wasn't a jig that just fits straight onto the HK. We had to actually make the arms. They've done a great job of that. It's super solid, thick steel. It's been cleaned in behind there, so once that's sandblasted, it'll all be right. And they're just working on now getting it up, getting the rear on, putting the runner through. And once it's up, we'll take out all the rear assembly and all the rest of it, and off to the sandblast as it goes. So they had to make these to connect to there. All right, so this is the last time we're going to see the HK here in its current form, in its nice little rusted out patina state. It's tomorrow morning going on a truck and going off to Sumner Park for sandblasting. Going over to Paul there at Sumner. Here he does a great job, and he did the Mini here behind us, and no panels or warped or anything. Did a really good job and a good coat of epoxy primer. So he's reasonably priced, and yeah, we're going to use Paul over there at Sumner to do that. So there it is, ready to go. I've got the boot and the 4 doors strapped inside the car. I've already got the bonnet and the front guards done, so they don't have to sandblast those. And I'm just going to take over the front clip myself on a trailer, along with all the underbody assemblies, the K-frame and just all the other little bits and pieces and leaf springs and axles, you name it. It's all going to go over there and get blasted, everything that can be. And when it comes back, we're going to really see the true nature of how big this job's going to be. That jig's solid. We did a good job strapping it on all 4 corners. So let's hope it makes it there in one piece and doesn't roll off that truck. All right, back to work. I've just arrived at Hughes and Evans Sons at Sumner Park, sandblasting, to pick up the HK. Unfortunately, it's a rainy day, and I think I'm going to be getting this back to the shop with a little bit wet, which is the last thing I wanted. but it's in a good coat of epoxy primer, and I'll give it a good blow dry when it gets back. So here's the shop behind me. I'm going to walk in there and take a look at this car and just see how much of it's left after being sandblasted. Really good sills, as expected. Terrible flaws. Like Swiss cheese. See any of this for sandblasting, and also it does look like I'm going to need a dog leg. The things that sandblasting reveals. Right now we've still got rainy clouds. It's been piss and rain all morning, but we have a little bit of hope, a bit of blue sky, and let's just hope it doesn't get soaked. But if it does, we'll be spending quite some time blow drying this thing, trying to get all the water out of the cracks. It's not ideal, but I need to get it back out of this guy's shop, back to our shop, so we can begin this resto. Now, these guys are really reasonable. They do a good job. Nephews and sons. That's the number there. This whole job and all the bits in the back of my ute, the whole front end, everything, every little bit is $2,000 plus GST. So I highly recommend them. So there you have it. You've seen what we're going to be working with. Quite a bit of work, but nothing we can't do. In the next episode, you'll start seeing the rust sections getting welded in and the progress from there in episodes to come. I really want to thank you for watching this episode. If you liked it, please like it there and hit that little bell so you get the next episode. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.